we follow up this week with another home meet. We had a good, productive first meet here. We did some things that we felt like we were capable of doing, and we did some things a little better than expected. So, I was pleased with the team overall, and we get we kind of look at a season like a ladder. We took that first step, and now we got another one this coming weekend, and just get a little bit better in a few areas and tune some people up.
What kind of a tone did Brandon Miller set for his season to start?
Yeah, I mean, for Brandon, I told somebody this morning, he goes to the line, and there's some guys that are about a foot taller than he is, and you get to the finish, and he's about a foot taller than some of those guys. So this guy's big time, and he steps up every time it's time to step up. He steps up, and this was a first meet. The only guy that's really run any faster than that was Donovan Brazier here on this weekend. Donovan ran 155 or 145 something. In fact, Donovan was in the building too. So Brandon started the season very, very well. He leads the country, and we had two other half milers run well too.
The squad you're going to be able to field this weekend, how much more expanded is it going to be?
Well, it's going to be a little bit better than it was. I still got a list that it takes a whole page to put all the names on of people that are affected in some way by COVID, whether it's they're out or they're back at 25 or 50 or 75% or whatever, or traced or whatever. There's all kinds of categories. So that is a challenge. There's no question about it. Especially when it comes to relays, it's really a challenge. But individual events, we got some people that are missing opportunities right now, and that's tough on them. That's tough on the team, but it's really tough on that individual as well.
Anybody you're expecting back that you're excited to see on the track?
Well, we have a couple quarter milers that are back that weren't with us. James Smith wasn't with us last week. He probably could have been able to run last week, but he was right at the end of their protocol. So I just felt like it wasn't ready to go. But James is a big competitor. Mpoke is another one, our intermediate hurdler. He's another quarter miler, 400-meter guy that will affect the relay. That's two guys on that affect things a lot. On the ladies' side, we don't have. I mean, we've got some freshmen that are down that aren't able to compete. Our good half milers not able to compete right now, probably a week off. But for the most part, we've been able to keep the females on the track.
After having that first one under your belt, what kind of expectations do you have heading into this?
Yeah. It changes for each individual. That's what I love about my sport is, we're an individual sport, but we're a team sport. And so we can always accomplish something with each and every individual, whether that's on the track physically or whether that's a mental betterment. We can always affect change, and that's what we're trying to do. It's like I tell the team, you've got to take chances. You got to take a chance with some things you're learning and training, and that's hard to do. Reverting back is always easy, but learning how to take a chance is the reason people get really good. And so that's hard. That's very difficult. If you've done something a long time one way, and I'm telling you, or one of my assistants is telling you, we've been working on this for 3 months now. Let's affect this change. We want to see if they can affect that change. If they can't and they revert, then we got a lot of work to do still. And that's what we're kind of finding out as we go right now.
You got two 60-meter hurdlers on the female side that really pushed each other last week.
Yeah.
What was that kind of battle like, and the competition that those two can provide each other?
Yeah, Kennedy was really good to see Kennedy back because she had a knee operation. And I've never seen anybody come off of the knee operation she had as quickly as she did. She's a coach's daughter, so she's probably pushed pretty good. But she responded very well. Kayla, our good, I think, is our best hurdler, maybe, was out last week. But Deshae Wise stepped up and did a really good job for us, not only there, but in the 200 meters. So our short hurdlers look pretty good this weekend, but it gets tough, and it gets really tough as we move forward. Both of those people are going to have to get a lot better to be competitive in the SEC and the national championships.
Now, what was it like having a team, run here again, but as a pro this time?
Yeah, made me feel real bad. No, no. She's in school, and we had some of the best athletes for the U.S. were here this weekend competing on it as pros. And there was one heat of the 3K and one heat of the mile that was all pros, and so she fit right in. She ran the mile, and she doesn't typically run a mile. It's early season, so like last year, we did a few things different with her, and that's kind of the way she's starting this year, just do a few things a little bit different. But no, she adds some excitement to the building. The high school meet, I told somebody that was pretty amazing when you see a lot of young people all know who she is. And actually some of those girls around that meet, at the high school meet, were just screaming because they wanted to get a picture, they wanted to be around her. And a bunch of guys fit in there, not many screams, but a bunch of guys fit in there too. Everybody wants to get a picture with the thing, Mo. Yeah.
Was Tyra's departure something you were expecting?
She graduated, and that's a decision that she has to make. Yeah, that's really, at this point, I don't know exactly what she's going to do. All I know is we did our job. She graduated from Texas A&M.
Is there anything we want to talk about with the memorial service? Oh, yeah, for Thursday night.
Yeah, I would like to if you guys, yeah. Of course, this has been a tough week for us off the track. Dion Lindor was killed in a car accident. Dion's been with me 10, almost 11 years, and he, besides being a tremendous athlete for Texas A&M, he was one of our volunteer assistants, and so he's very active in our program. And his loss is a real loss for our program. It's a loss for Texas A&M. We're going to have a memorial, kind of a celebration service for him, or at the Hall of Champions in the football stadium on Thursday, and they'll open the doors at 6:30, and everyone is welcome. And we'll start that service at 7, and it's not a service. It's a kind of a celebration of who Dion Lindor was. He has a minister that Bishop Green will be here to say some things for him. He went to his church, and so then there'll be a few other people say a few words, and a former athlete or two will say a few words about Dion. But everyone is welcome. We'd love to have you come out and be a part of that.
Thanks so much.